One of the elements that we all have to think about, of course, as your companies grow is compliance. And Amy, let's talk a little bit about what you're doing. Well, first describe ComplySci,
Sure.
what you're doing, and how you're looking to implement GenAI solutions across what is one of the most critical, and in this environment, heavily heavily, well, compliance is increasing because of our economy. But anyway, just if you would, sorry about this morning early, but if you would, just talk a little bit
well,
about.
I'll have more coffee soon.
Yeah. I know. I only had 9 cups so far. 8 actually. But if you wouldn't mind, just talk a little bit about ComplySci. What's actually occurring in our marketplace that is increasing the demand for
Sure.
the product, and what you're doing in leveraging GenAI.
Fantastic. And again, thank you for inviting me to the stage, and thank you for having me here. So Comply provides compliance technologies to financial services companies in a nutshell. So we provide technology, we provide services and solutions across the financial services marketplace for 7,000 clients globally. And so whether they are large multinational organizations to small SMB wealth providers, you've got a wide variety of organizations who all have compliance needs, and we service them all in different and sundry ways. And you provide education, you provide the kind of regulation which is happening, which you can read in Bloomberg, you can read in the Wall Street Journal, you can see every single day. The SEC, FINRA, et cetera, is really coming down on all of the financial services organizations in different ways. The amount of regulation is just increasing. And marketing in particular is one of the ways, and communications are two of the ways, in which it's becoming very, very complex. And so it's no surprise that those are two areas that are highly of concern to many of our clients today. And so we look at AI, and we've done lots of surveys because we talk to our clients all the time about how they are thinking about using AI in their daily work. And what's so interesting is that there are ways in which they're using AI or worried about how they're using AI within their organizations and how they're coming to us. So I'll talk about it in a couple of different ways. One is, how are clients using it, and how are they asking us to help them? One of the ways is really in the context of marketing. That's the place where I think a lot of our clients are using it the most, right? So how are they creating marketing materials, and how are they making their marketing better, faster, cheaper, to your point? I'll have them come to you. And then number 2 is then how do they contain AI within their organizations? So governance within their organizations, and how do they contain what they're doing within their organizations, because the policies are so important. Number 2, within our organization, governance, internal, external. So how do we then think about the governance within our organization? We house a lot of very important data within our organization, huge troves of data of our clients. That's super important when you think about financial services organizations and the amount of data that we contain and the kind of care that we have to take with that data and the expectation of the care of that data. It's really important that we cannot allow the public release of that data. And so I think that when we think about how to allow our employees to then use AI, it's really important for us to think about governance first. And so we spent the most amount of time there.
I think that's a good thing, Amy, to kind of double click on a bit. Comply has, critical data from literally tens of thousands of customers and companies. How did you, from a policy perspective, look to implement, I'll call it, the walls around this very valuable garden?
Yeah, so bringing in people from all around the organization, including obviously technology, legal. We have dozens of people within the organization who, whether it's our CISO or our CTO, our general counsel, but not just those people, from all around the organization to bring together our AI council to then create the wall around this, and then to determine what are the tools that we're going to put into place to create the ultimate policy. That I think was the initial step to then determine what are the things and tools that we would allow the organization to use. That had to be the first step in the process to then take that forward. And that took a little bit longer than probably people would have wanted ultimately.
But you have to do it right on the front end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, you all know there's very little regulatory policy that's written today around utilization of GenAI, but I will guarantee you it will come, and it will come fast and furious once our bodies in DC are fully educated and informed, I say that in quotes, as to what to do.
But I think that what we see then is a huge amount of opportunity, especially within that middle layer, especially for our own employees, to be able to work faster, to think about how to utilize technology for their own benefit so that we can have efficiency within our own organization. It is, I think we often point to how can we produce products for our clients, but I think really the benefit, and I don't know, Corey, if this is what you see too, is how is it that we do our own business faster, better, leaner, better? And that's where we'll see the biggest bang for our buck today, for sure.
Good.